Hello feminists, especially male feminists, who seem to want us to join your cult or a religion called feminism. A lot of you doesn't seem to know why we don't want to call ourselves feminists. And here's a few reasons why I don't call myself a feminist. First off, the definition of feminism which most of us male feminists give us talk about women's rights. We know that feminists say that yeah, it's also men, but when you give us the dictionary definition, there it says women's rights. So that's number one. You have probably seen Aaron Ross video clip. If you're not a feminist, you're a sexist by definition. The definition of feminism is sexist because it says women's rights. So if you are a feminist, you are a sexist. This brings me to Emma Watson's he for she. I know that she spoke for the UN and there are a lot of countries that have less than good laws regarding equality and women's rights. So for that I'm on board, but you know, in Europe, Australia, USA, women have all the rights that men have except the right to go nibbles out. Men, on the other hand, we don't have all the rights that women have. So we should focus on men's rights than women's rights. And this whole he for she, you know, it's kind of like if somebody's making, let's just say, $100,000 a year, and then someone is making $75,000 a year, and the one person who makes $100,000 a year asks money from the people who are making 75,000. So that's kind of like women have, in terms of rights, women have an upper hand on men. Of course, if you're a man and you call yourself a feminist, there are three options for you. They accept you as a, you know, full-on feminist. That's one type, which seems to be quite a minority. Another one is that you are an ally at best. You're an ally at best. And then the last one is that you are a male, a man. You can't be a feminist. So you have 1 in 3 chance of being seen as a feminist. And you know, if you're an ally, you know, they just want to use you as long as they have use for you, and then they will throw you away, which probably happens in a lot of movements and so on. But anyway, then if you're a male feminist and you happen to be in a relationship with a woman who's also a feminist, you could end up like Steve Shives. Steve Shives is an atheist feminist who is married to another feminist, and she gives Steve Shives crap about his book collection and music collection, and even on TV shows. And because Steve listens to men singers, bands, and likes a certain character who's a man, I guess, I don't know, he's a sexist. And of course, because he reads books written by men. And there's not only this, I think this might be an extreme example, maybe. We have seen other examples. I don't remember who was the girl. I think it was some kind of Feminist Friday where she talks about feminism. And the guy looked fairly uncomfortable next to her. And then there's another couple, skinny guy, glasses, beard, and then the woman was a little bit heavy that was one also. But anyway, feminists believe that women have been oppressed throughout the history and are still oppressed in today's world. So basically, you have to let her win and make the decisions, because if you put your foot down and say no, we do this, then she can say you're oppressing me, blah 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 blah, patriarchy, stuff like that. So you can't really win if you're a male feminist and a relationship with another feminist, if it goes like that. And of course then there's that one guy who lets his wife go on dates and fuck guys like Paulo, and then she came home and told him all about it. So and guy did that for because he's a feminist, so not exactly good role models, if you know what I mean. Of course, some people say that because women have been oppressed throughout history, then women should have more rights in today's world, but I think that's just horseshit, because nobody has lived 200 years ago, so why women should have more now? It doesn't affect them, it doesn't affect us. Let's try to be, close to 50-50. We never can be 50-50, but you know what I mean. And like many others have said before me, women want all the good stuff that comes with equality, but none of the bad things. And I've never seen women feminists protesting to get responsibilities, always rights, free abortion, the vote, but not the draft, and stuff like those. So if feminists wants to win me over, I want to see feminists fighting for something negative about them. Take some responsibility. And feminism has done some good things for men, but it's very rare that they protest for something that helps only men or mostly men. If it helps women and then at the same time men, then they will probably do it. And as I said before, the female feminists either see you as a ally, non-feminist, or maybe even a feminist. Next time you have a meeting, wherever, on whatever topic, go in there and try to talk about something that affects men, like alimony. I think it's 97% men are paying for the alimony at the moment. Or 50-50 custody, sentencing gap. Next time feminists talk about the wage gap, you go in there and you say, hey, okay, what about the sentencing gap? And see their reaction. Then there's of course social and economical equality. So men, social, if women and men are trapped on Titanic, we get the children first and then 50-50 men and women, that's good. If women want to ask men out, pay for dates, that's good as well. Start doing the dangerous jobs. Men die death on a job, I think it's high 90s for men and less than 10% for women overall. So if women want to do some dangerous and of course some nasty maintenance stuff, they are welcome to it, at least in my opinion. So next time when you are thinking about why men don't want to be feminists, think about what I said. And I dare you, talk about sentencing gap against men next time feminists talk about pay gap. See what happens. Thanks. Bye.